So I'm here today with Salena Worrall from the Zonafide project. Salena, welcome back.
Hi, Chris. Great to see you actually physically in Birmingham.
Yeah, when's the last time we spoke? It was. Well, I said it was a year ago.
Yeah.
But you said it was more like
I think
8
it was.
months ago.
I think it was about June.
Right.
And I think I've said it in the presentation, but we wanted to come to Grimsby.
You did, absolutely did.
And do this in a Grimsby fish and chip shop.
That's right.
Yeah.
We may still do that.
I think we should.
So this is kind of a follow-on from that.
Yes.
That was the first ever time we spoke.
Yeah.
Your project's moved on since then.
Yes, it has.
So at the time, you didn't have a token. So
yeah.
Can you remember can you pick out what the major differences were between where the project was then and where it is now?
Well, when we spoke to you in June, we'd already had our first use case. We had letters of intent with UK local governments, in particular with Camden, Kensington, Chelsea and Enfield. Since then, we have decided to do a token generation event.
Okay.
So we've written a white paper, but very importantly, we've had to think about Zonafide use of a token and what a token means to our business model. And we're still thinking about that. We have, we've done the work to put the white paper out. The white paper is now available for consultation as of last week, so people can go to our website, www.zonafide.net.
Okay.
And we're also now, which we haven't made public, but we are talking to a number of quite high-profile financial services organisations and consultancies who've actually contacted us because they're interested in in the Zonafide activities in life events, particularly for bereavements.
Okay.
And because we are surprised how many of these large organisations have blockchain teams who are looking for a business use case. And we are probably one of the first business use cases of blockchain technology.
Very true. So that was interesting. You said you've written the first draft of your white paper and you've put it out for consultation.
Yes. Yeah.
See, that's very interesting. So I think that's a lost art.
Yes.
Where you don't assume that what you write is just going to be a smash hit straight away.
Oh, yeah.
The whole idea of building a product with the market,
yes.
I think that's been forgotten or just missed on a lot of projects. So I think that's something that, remember the KexCoin project that I was involved in?
Yeah.
That's something that we should have done a lot more of,
Yeah.
right? We should have had a much longer run-up where we said, this is our idea, and then just let the community pick holes in it, and it would have been far better, if we'd have molded it.
But I think that reflects, Chris, how young this space is.
True.
That we're all learning what to do, how to do it, what the timelines are, etc., etc.
Sure.
So we have also been working with CMS Law, who's a law firm, and they have looked at our white paper, our business model, what we're doing with the token. We were unsure of how we would put this token sale out there. So they have ratified our white paper to a great extent. They haven't done their final draft of it, but we have included all of their comments or what can I say, amendments,
feedback.
Feedback and amendments they suggested. So they have been reflected up till the version that's out now.
Okay. So some people might be listening to this and have not heard of Zonafide before. So can you rehash the use cases for Zonafide?
Yep. So Zonafide itself is a digital wallet for securing activities, and it enables people to work together to secure the important things that they're doing in their life that they want to protect, like a life event that you want to update all your service providers, opening bank accounts, selling your house, all those kind of events that could at this time be open to identity theft, cybercrime or some other malfeasance. So that's what the wallet enables people to do. The use case, we were already working on this problem around identity theft and cybercrime, but we did not build the product until we found a place where this product could be used, and the participants were motivated to use it. So basically a go-to-market strategy, I think that's the marketing term for it. And we found that in life events with registrars. So we've been working with registrars, local government authority registrars across England and Wales for 2 years now. And the use case is when somebody goes through a life event, the registrar that officiates that life event will acknowledge using our wallet. The customer downloads it. The registrar will attest or say, yes, this event, yes, this marriage has happened, yes, as they sign the death certificate, this death has happened. And then we enable the customer to share that notice with all their service providers.
Okay.
And for the service providers, they can pick up the notice, because there's no service provider can say they can't access the blockchain. It would be like saying you can't access the internet. Exactly. So they pick up the notice. They can do a couple of checks on it, like is the registrar a registrar of, they can check with our Oracle, is this a known registrar or the expected registrar? They can check it's come from their known customer, and then they just revert to their existing customer processes to service that request, be it change my names, be it inform that somebody has died and the account needs closing, etc. So that's our first use case, but there are many other applications.
Well, one thing I noticed is your messaging is a lot slicker now. So you just described it. You've got like a tagline now. It's Zonafide is a digital wallet for securing activities.
Yeah, securing
activities, right? That didn't exist last time we spoke.
I tell you, in the 2.5 years or 3 years we've been working on Zonafide, the iterations to our message, and as you know, because we've watched you from when you started, and we see now your message gets out there, Chris Coney 1, 2, 3, which is fantastic. I know people have the mugs and they're doing this 1, 2, 3. So as you know, as you develop your product and you learn about the space more, you develop your taglines and how to get that message across very quickly to people.
So you said you've started to attract some inbound inquiries, right?
Yes.
So where did those people hear about you?
Well, we have, we're a company that's solving a problem, and we are, so a lot of where we talk to people and we engage with people is with the government, the local government authority registrar. So we have physically gone to South Wales, to Birmingham, Coventry, Hampshire, London boroughs, etc. So that's where our presence is, and we also present, and we've had a presence at financial services conferences or customer 2020 conferences, and that's where some of these companies have heard about us, and we've been talking to them. So we were surprised that now we're getting inquiries, and the inquiry that we had just 2 weeks ago was one of these financial services companies that heard about and spoke to us at I think it was the British Bankers Association conference in June the 29th. They told a consulting company, when they asked the consulting company, what's your blockchain offering? And they didn't have many products. And they said, well, what about this product? And it will help in bereavements. And that's a problem we need to solve. Customers informing us about bereavement. So they are learning about us, and we are getting those inbound inquiries now.
Right. Yeah. And if I remember rightly, Zonafide existed before you came across Ethereum, right?
Yes, absolutely.
Because you're already working on it. It's not like you jumped on the blockchain bandwagon.
No, not at all.
It was more like, this is actually a better way of doing what we were already building.
Exactly.
Right? So you'd already built somewhat of a product beforehand.
Yes, it was. Paul Worrall, who's the chief developer and founder, he'd already started building a solution on a cryptographic peer-to-peer technology. And I was attending financial services conferences and coming across this. They were talking about blockchain and they were talking about Ethereum, and I said to Paul, maybe we should look at this. Frank, I didn't really know why we should be looking at it, but banks and people were talking about it. So Paul did take a look, and when he took a close look at Ethereum, that was it. He looked at it at the beginning of March. We've actually got a video on our YouTube of us thinking about the blockchain and going through a criteria of does our use case fit the use of the blockchain?
Right.
And I think we went through the criteria and we ticked most of the criteria. But within 3 weeks, Paul had thrown away what he'd built, rebuilt it on Ethereum, and all credit to Ethereum. He's actually not had to look at the Ethereum protocol, but carry on working on our product.
Your actual app.
Yes,
right, exactly.
Because he knows a lot of the work on the Ethereum protocol, on the blockchain, is being done.
That's evolving itself, right?
Because there's so many developers working on it.
Absolutely, a big community as well.
Yeah.
I think that's one of the things that Paul did say about Ethereum is that they'd been quite helpful when he was building the Ethereum version of it. Because, I mean, they'll be enthusiastic if you select their technology.
Yes.
They want as much to be built on Ethereum as possible, right?
Yeah.
So that's cool stuff.
Yeah. So I think, thank you for doing the interview, Chris. We are. I should mention we are doing this token generation event. So we would like people to give us feedback on the white paper, which is on www.zonafide.net, and join our Telegram channel. ask questions there, ask questions on Reddit, and just, as we build our community, get involved.
Right. Yeah. At least with you, you're not coming from a standing start. You've already been working on the product and have somewhat of a prototype already, right?
Yeah.
So that's a positive.
Yes, I think I must say we did a presentation to Ethereum Scotland this Wednesday, just this Wednesday gone, and they did say we don't talk about ICOs, but Simon Montford, when we did after we finished our presentation, it was a live Skype presentation. He said you got the moral high ground on ICOs because you weren't a solution looking for a problem. You were a problem looking for a solution.
And, and you also didn't think about doing an ICO until you needed to fund the next part of development, right? So even today when you did your presentation, you didn't even mention it till like the last slide.
Yes.
Right? So most of it was about the Zonafide app.
Well, it is all about the...
Of course it is. Yes. But it's just, by the way, we want to fund this, so this is why we're doing it.
Exactly.
It's not the other way around where we get the money first and then try and build it, right?
I think we are one of the first working dApps on the Ethereum blockchain that is for non-financial application.
Right.
And we were approached by people within the crypto community to say, well, maybe you can fund it through doing an ICO. We have looked at traditional VC funding as well.
Okay.
But yes, the funds raised will go to further develop the Zonafide project and to go live with our first use case with the UK local authorities.
Right. And how have you funded it so far? Just remind us.
Just our own money.
Out of your own pocket, right?
Yeah.
So you've put your money where your mouth is.
Yeah, totally. And our house and everything else.
Right, absolutely. Right. Well, that's noble. So thanks very much for the update.
Thank you, Chris.
Right,
and it was a real pleasure meeting you personally, face to face.
Rather than virtually.
Yeah, thank you.
The timing.
All right. Thank you very much.